गणपतये नमः। ॐ गणपतये नमः। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ गणपतये नमः।
जयधारी माँ। हर जीवन अनेक प्रकार के रंगों से भरा हुआ है। बातचीत वही रंग बांटेगी आप सबके साथ। हम सब एक हैं, बस सोच अलग अलग है। बटोर लीजिए उन रंगों को जो भी आप चाहें इस बातचीत से, और ढाल लीजिए अपनी सोच में। यही मकसद है इस बातचीत का। आइए मिलते हैं अपने प्यारे से मेहमान से। अतिथि देवो भव।
जयधारी माँ, हमारी ऑडियंस का स्वागत है। आइए जुड़िए हमारे साथ। हमारी आज की अतिथि हैं लीला पूनावाला जी एंड फिरोज पूनावाला जी। लीला मैम was way ahead of her time. 1967 में मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग उन्होंने करी। तो विल गेट टू नो हर माइंड, उनके थॉट्स, क्या चल रहा था उनके मन में। बहुत लगन के साथ वो सब कुछ करती हैं। शी इज वेरी इन्वॉल्व्ड इन एवरीथिंग शी डज, बट अ वेरी स्पेशल मेंशन दैट हर जर्नी and Firoze sir's journey goes hand in hand. They complete each other in every possible way. So let's see a video on her, and then we get to meet her and we get to meet sir. जी ma'am, video देखते हैं। Great, Harima. Very welcome. Leela auntie,
Namaste
we're
ji.
live. Yes, yes, we're live. We're live. Very welcome. Mummy, you want to say a few words too?
As the film was going on, Leela, I wanted to see more and more of that.
Thank you so much.
It's such a small little tribute to your wonderfully entrepreneurial and a giving and a philanthropic life, a leadership, both leadership, management leadership, corporate leadership, philanthropic leadership, and innovatively ahead of your time. What many others are doing for girls' education and girls' training and girls' empowerment, you were so many years ahead. And people were not even getting to know. Only your Puna knew, or I knew, or we knew, but the world did not get to know. But look what you've done. You've actually created a whole new pathway of thinking for rest of the world. And you gave away your fat award money for a cause. You could have lived a very comfortable life wherever you are, you and Firoze. But you dedicated everything of your award money for such causes. You were far ahead of your life, Leela. I've been one of your admirers, and with great respect, we prayed that requested you to come on Baatcheet. Thank you so much for accepting our request. And we're going to have all your wonderful Leela fellows, the girl fellows, the lady, as you call Leela girls, going to be with us soon too. You'll get to meet them. Leela, thank you so much for accepting our request and joining us on Baatcheet today.
I'm indeed grateful for you to call me to be with you on this Baatcheet. I would love to be talking to you and discussing with you and sharing with you. Kiran, you should not forget, you were the first one who came in to support me. And remember your words when you said, Leela, you're starting something, but you will be not able to keep it. If you keep it for 10 years, I will come again. And I'm so happy that you've come two, not once, twice, thrice, four times for this. Thank you so much. You had confidence in us. And you also, gave the Leela Fellow in the first award function. You say, Leela, you call them Leela Fellows, not just scholars. These things remain now as memory.
Yes, you got hundreds of your Leela fellows now all over the world, soaring high, becoming role models for many others. And we will have one of your student, Neetu Bhatia, also on the show today. We have her also what she has to say. She was one of your pioneers.
First girl.
Yeah, the first one. And we got so many others. So there's so much that it can be shared, Leela. You were far ahead of your time. You showed the way. I'm so glad that the government awarded you the Padma Shri most correctly and appropriately. Saina, over to you.
Ji. Leela auntie, pranam, very good evening to you, auntie. Auntie, what was going on in your mind in 1967 when you got the engineering degree, and how did you get into engineering? What were your thoughts like, and what did you feel when you held the degree in your hand?
And she was the first one, another pioneer in mechanical engineering. You were probably the only girl ever. So go ahead, tell us, Leela, about your mechanical. You deliberately went into mechanical engineering to prove a point. Tell us the story.
Yeah, I went there because I just wanted to know that, yes, there's nothing that the girls can't do. And therefore I said, let me do something that is different. There were girls in civil engineering, there were girls in electrical engineering, although few. I said, but mechanical, there is no girl. So I want to do something different. And Saina, to answer your question, what made me go into engineering? I just wanted to be different. Because had I not been different today, you would not ask me why I did this.
Auntie, with that being different came a lot of different kind of hard work. You needed different kind of emotions. You needed different kind of personal belief system. What was your belief system? What were your personal ethics and values? What made you different, Auntie, at that point?
See, if you believe in yourself and you are determined to do what you want to do, nothing can stop you. If you have to do something, you'll always find excuses. But if you want to do something, you'll just do it. There's no hard work, there's no extra work, nothing. It is just to be done. And that's what I think I have done right through my life. When I was a student, when I was working as an apprentice, when I was working as a junior manager, when I was working as an export manager, traveling all over the world all by myself, I just thought I will do it. I'm a person. I'm not a man or a woman. I'm a person who's determined, who wants to achieve something different in life, and I will do it.
No, it doesn't go back to your upbringing.
Maybe don't go back to my upbringing, but the dependence that I had, I was brought up with boys. There were no girls in the family. I had 4 brothers, 5 cousin brothers, no girl in the family. I had to fight my way through to get anything done. With all those 9 boys, they won't allow me to play with them. I had to show them that I'm equally good, so that I could play even on the street, gilli dandu and whatever it is. So I think that all must have gone in to see that I can do it and I will do it. I'll prove it to you.
Who took care? Who mentored you? Your mother? Who mentored you?
My mother said, you must get educated and you don't become like me, because she had to work very hard. She was not educated. She lost her husband. We had to come here as refugees, and she was the only one who could look after her. Grandfather and grandmother were old, so she was making menial jobs, the usual jobs that women do, making food, making papads, and she didn't want me to do that. She was not bothered whether the boys got educated or not. She said, you must get educated, so that in case you have to face any difficulty in life, you can stand on your own. You don't go with a begging bowl.
Help us remember. Go back to the time when you migrated as a refugee. Tell us those days, what you remember of those refugee, having been a refugee in the 60s, late 60s, early 70s.
No, we came as refugees in 40s, 47. We were
Yeah,
here. Yeah.
40s, that early.
Yes, because freedom, we got freedom. Pakistan and India got divided in 1947.
Yes.
We had to leave all that and our homes and come to India as refugees. I was in a very small little town near Pune, Lonavala, where a refugee camp was built, and that's where I started my life. And the beauty of it is that we were happy even then, because you see, if you don't know what you don't have, you love what you have.
Oh.
We were getting milk, one child, 1 cup of milk every week, once a week. But we thought that's great. We're getting milk. Same thing happened. We couldn't afford every day an egg for every child. One child got 1 egg every day, every week. And we were happy. We played around on the street without shoes. We thought that's the norm of life. Today, the children see so much on the communication that they are dissatisfied. We were very happy with our life.
And when you came as refugees, who all came? Who all came with you?
My mother, my 5 brothers, and my grandparents. We came together here. We got 40 rupees refugee allowance from the
Where did you
government.
come from? Where did you come from?
I come from Hyderabad, Sindh,
Hmm.
which is now in Pakistan. So I was born there. I was born there in 1944 and came here in 47. So I was very small, very difficult to say I remember anything, except probably I remember the refugee when I was there at the refugee camp and Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated. They thought it was a Muslim who was assassinated him. So they all came to burn our camp because they thought we come from Pakistan, we must be Muslims. But all the people staying, there were many people staying in that camp. They all took their white bed sheets and all and went outside. It's just clear in my mind still. They went outside and they sort of put we are Hindus, we are not Muslims. So then they left us alone, and from there I moved into Pune because Pune was the closest to that city, and my grandmother's brothers had come to Pune and settled in Pune. So that's how we moved to Pune, and we have been there ever since. I started in a school which was a municipal school where we used to sit on the floor and write in on a slate with chalk, and our fee was 1 paisa at that time. That's how I grew up.
Auntie, you've said something wonderful, that you've never considered आपने बोला ये जेंडर की बात नहीं है. It's not about a girl or boy. I'm a human being. I'm a person.
That's right.
So that means the human. You've celebrated the human spirit within, and this also goes on to show that no matter. This goes on to show that no matter the circumstances, if the human willpower is there and the desire to achieve is there, then you can do it because that's what you've done.
Yes, you can do it. If you want to do it, you can do it. It's your own efficiency. It's your way you look at things, how you look at your life, and how you respect yourself. You have to ascertain yourself what you can do, you cannot do. And once you decide that for yourself, nothing will stop you.
So then what happened? How did you move out of refugee camp?
We moved out to a refugee camp because, as I told you, my grandmother's brothers were here. So they said, you come here, there is reasonable living standard here, you can come here. And we went into a small house here. And this is where we started. They helped us a little. And right through, we got help. Even for my education, I used to get help from my grandmother's friends who were a little bit better off than we were. For my fees, for even to join engineering, my fees my mother could not pay all of that. So we got some support from grandmother's friends again. I would say they are the ones who also gave job to my brother when he was hardly 12 years old when he started to work.
So who ran the home?
We ran the home from that 80 rupees that we were getting and some help that we were getting from grandmother's brothers, and we were also getting some friends helping us, especially for education. I used to get hand-down clothes from those people, their children. I used to love those frocks. I still remember 2 pink frocks that I got when I was very small. But these are the things that remain with you for life.
So what was impacting you? I still want to get to your source of philanthropy, because you've emerged as one of the leading philanthropists of these years now, and you've become a pioneer and a trendsetter. All of now, everybody has an NGO today to empower women, educate women. But you looked, and you are meritorious scholarship. You're not handouts. You are meritoriously giving it to meritorious children, meritorious girls who you think will now, you basically give them a helipad and say, now you fly. You are not training them to be drivers. You are identifying helicopters, people who can fly the helicopter, giving them a helipad. Say, I want to get to the root of where did you get the spirit of philanthropy? As you were growing up, that's why I keep taking you back.
I think the spirit would have come because I received help, though I could make it. Remember that I received help so I could make it. And when I started to grow and started to get enough funds, I was not very hungry for anything more. When you see, if you have enough, you don't have to be hungry to have more and more and more. I felt that, okay, I have a decent living, I have a decent house, I can live very happily, and let me do something now for others who also could join in my force. This is how it's all started. And luckily, I got a husband who believes in what I was doing. He pulled in himself. He said, yes, Leela, this is the right thing, let us do it. And that's how we went on to help meritorious but needy girls. Our scholarship is merit come need-based scholarship. And it's not only the scholarship, it's after giving scholarship, you need to mentor the children. They are coming from that startup society where they don't have enough people at home to mentor them, to tell them what is good for them, which path they should take, what additional skills they should add on. All this we started doing it way back in 1996, which was the first batch.
Yeah, we'll come to your Leela scholarship a little later. Tell us, I think Saina has questions and I have too. Saina, go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you.
Auntie, what I find fascinating is, and I think it must come through, you saw a very different side of life also. You saw the partition.
That's right.
You saw hunger, you saw darkness, you saw tough times. But look at your heart. It's so different from those dark times. So it's a very, very clear signal for youngsters and for all the children growing up, that no matter the darkness, light will always shine through. Hasn't it, Auntie? Because what you saw and what you did, completely different.
They're not different. They led to the other. Because I'd seen dark days, I wanted to see others not to go through the same process. Maybe somebody helps them and they will fly off faster than I did. Maybe they'll fly higher than I did. There's no problem with that. I really don't think that it was to do anything to do with when I realize I have enough for myself, I want to share. Even today, I just keep giving. I just keep giving, be it family, be it friends, wherever there is a need, I pull in. I pull in. Whenever a girl comes or anybody comes that I have a medical need, I will give my personal funds, but I will give. It's the giving is in me. And when I started the scholarship, Kiran wants to know about the funding. I was on my 50th birthday. I started the scholarship. That time, my company had a kind of a system that if they have a successful managing director coming to 50 years, they would give a good award to that managing director. So obviously, I was the first managing director, a woman. They never handled a woman before. So they thought that they will give me a piece of jewelry so that I'll be very happy. But they consulted Firoze, and Firoze says that I don't care for jewelry. Please give us something different. They said, okay, we will give you something different. We'll buy you a villa in Italy or somewhere. They were saying, I don't know what they discussed with him. He said, nothing she wants. You give us some cash. She wants to do this. She wants
Tell
to
us
start.
back. Take us back to your company. Leela, take us
Yes.
back to the company which did it. Now take us back straight. I want to know, this award will come. Tell us, how did this come? Because you worked your way through it.
I worked through it. I worked hard. As I told you, as an engineer, I started the work in Alfa Laval, that time Vulcan Laval. As an engineer, they gave me a job to look after gardens and maintenance and toilet cleaning and housekeeping. I was shocked that I'm a mechanical engineer. Why are they giving me this type of a job? I discussed with my husband at the home. He says, see, Leela, this is what they've given you. Either you take it or leave it and come and sit at home. But when you take it, put your full heart into it and do the job. That's exactly what I did. I went next day and told them, yes, I'm accepting it. And believe me or not, it was those days, those 4 years, that Alfa Laval Gardens got the best trophy award, Governor's Cup. Because I put my heart into it. So whatever you do it with complete intention, complete heart, complete sincerity. Accept something that you will put your heart into. Don't just accept it because I have to take it. What else can I do? No, you have taken it. I will make it do it. I want to do it. Kalas.
And from here, you went on to what? Tell us about your career.
I started as an apprentice in Alfa Laval, and I worked through. My apprentice was for 2 years. Then I went into become a planning engineer, a design engineer, an operations manager, and so on and so forth. And in between, I went again for some training. I went to IMM Ahmedabad for a leadership training program. I went to Harvard for a marketing course. I went to Stanford for a senior executive program. I went to IMDR in Switzerland for marketing course. I mean, I did a lot of, but these were all sponsored by the company. They saw potential in me. Therefore, I thought they decided that it's good to, motivate this child, this girl, to go ahead in life. Which is, I'm glad that I joined this company. It was a multinational company because at that time, no Indian company was willing to give me a job. I tried it, all these companies, and I'm talking now about 60 years back. And Bajaj and Tatas and Kirloskars and all Indian companies. But nobody wanted to take a woman engineer. There was this British company, Ruston and Hornsby, which took me on. And that's where I met Firoze. And we decided to marry. And once we decided to marry, I parted company from that particular company and joined Alfa Laval. And then I never looked back. Apprenticed to a separate management positions, and I came up to general manager position when I went for these training programs, and then vice president, and then president. As simple as that. But I worked in less than 20 years. I managed this whole track because I kept performing. Whichever job they gave me, I just did it. There was no question of coming at 8 o'clock or going at 9 o'clock. There was time when I was working till 1 o'clock in the morning because my boss wanted to work late. He was a boss who went home at 8, 7 o'clock, came back at 9 o'clock and worked till 3 o'clock in the morning. I waited and I worked with him. There was no question that not going to work there a few hours. My time is over. Nothing of that sort. And very, very cooperative husband. Very cooperative, trusting me that, okay, I'm doing the right thing and I'm in the right path. It's very important.
This was a Swedish company?
Swedish company. Until today, I'm in touch with them. I still go. The chairman still meets me. He's 94 now. We still have dinner together in Stockholm. This is the beauty. Relationships is very, very important. I've maintained relationship right through with those people who mattered to us in life. Not because they do something for me, but because they were there to make me climb the next step.
So here was this Swiss company. Swedish
company.
Oh, so British or Swedish? Which one is it?
I started apprenticeship with the British company, then left that and joined Swedish company.
Yes. So the Swedish company is willing to take a woman engineer who happens to be a mechanic. But the Indian companies during that time did not dare to take you.
No. And what rightfully, you said I did it, that I did 30 years ago, I started this scholarship much ahead in time when the government is talking about giving, scholarships to girls for higher education now.
Auntie, you and Firoze uncle have done this together. So
yes.
Let's.
No, she has to tell us her story. Saina, ask her to tell us her story because she's brought in Firoze again and again, but she did not tell us how did they get to. It's a very interesting story.
I was just thinking we just show Auntie something which is very close to her heart, and then we get Firoze uncle also to talk about their journey together because there's some lovely anecdotes which he can talk
anecdotes. Yeah.
Yes, Auntie will show you something which is very close.
Okay.
Very good evening. Very good evening, uncle. Very good evening.
Hello, Firoze.
Hello, Firoze.
Hi.
You're looking so nice and lovely in a shining jacket.
God bless you. Very, very welcome. Uncle, tell us about
how you met.
How you felt and used to see Auntie riding a bicycle to Alka Talkies.
How you met. First, tell us how you met. We know the story. We want the listeners to know your story. How you met.
I was working in a British company, and I was the quality manager there. And Lila came to me as to work under me as an apprentice. And that's the only time I was the boss. And then we decided to marry. So the company said that we cannot keep two managers in one company. So she has to leave or you have to leave. But since she was an apprentice, she quit the job and joined Alfa Laval. I continued with my job here in a company called Ruston and Hornsby. It is still there. They are manufacturing diesel engines.
How did you meet me? They want to know.
And what happened?
I met Lila. I was standing for the bus of the company to come, and her brother brought her there and told me that, "Are you Mr. Poonawalla?" I said, "Yes." So he said, please take care of my sister. She's going to work under you and she will catch the bus also from here. I said, don't worry, I'll take good care of her. And I kept my promise.
You took
Wonderful.
care of her for life,
Yes.
whole life ahead, both of you together.
That's true.
And then what happened?
And then what
Firoze?
happened?
Then what happened? Then after that, we decided to marry, as I told you, and we fell in love. We decided to marry. It was not an easy task at all. It was a very difficult journey because she had to leave the company and join another company. And there, the company will not accept the British apprenticeship, so they started all over again the apprenticeship, Swedish apprenticeship. So she started working there. We got married at that time when she was an apprentice in Alfa Laval. And then I supported her throughout her journey. We don't practice lip service. In my house, the lady is very highly respected.
Beautiful. Auntie, how do you feel about your journey? How do you feel about your companionship, about your journey?
My journey has been really, actually telling you, it has been an excellent journey. I mean, it's been good to be a refugee child, to grow up, to understand, to realize what you have, how good it is, and to thank God for giving you what you have today. Because it makes you realize that you are a selected one, to be chosen one, to have a comfortable life and make other people's life also comfortable. Firoz supported me right through, as I've said before, also, even in my job. When I was still an apprentice, I had to write every time my weekly report. I used to go to him. We were not married, but still I used to go to him and ask him, please check me, tell me how I should make a report. He trained me, and he is the one who trained me to accept the job and do it diligently, happily, joyfully. When we were traveling, when I had to go to Middle East, uh, when I became export manager, I had to go to Middle East to deal with the Arabs, and I knew that they will not accept women. So he said, "Okay, I will come with you." At his own cost, he came with me, and good he came, because when we went there to sell the products, they won't talk to me; they were talking to him. They just didn't understand. They don't shake hands with me, nothing. It was he. So through him, I was selling my Alfa Laval products. Same thing happened once in Germany. We went to Germany for a certain marketing work that I had gone to. A German company next day sent two cars, because he was with me. They sent me two cars, and the drivers came. Then they said, to office, one car for office, you have to go to office. I said, yes, I'll come. No, no, you go sightseeing, sir comes office. I said, no, no, I go office, sir goes sightseeing. No. Then they lost respect for both of us. So all these things he has been supporting me, and without feeling that he is doing some great sacrifice for me or anything like that. He just felt we are equal and we can do it together more effectively than we do it individually. And that's the beauty of our relationship. We both believe that if we add on, we can give a double output than if we would do it on our own.
And since you
Auntie,
were traveling most of the time, tell us the story when Firoze one day gave you a surprise for your wedding anniversary. Tell us
Oh,
the
yes.
story.
You came to
Tell us that
Amsterdam
story.
once without
Yes,
telling me.
I will tell you that story. I was sitting with my mother-in-law, and she asked me that why you have come here for dinner. I said, yeah, I've come for dinner. He says, where's your wife? I said, I don't know. Where is my wife? My wife has gone abroad. He says, you don't mind losing your wife, but I care for my daughter. Please keep a control on her. Find out where is she. And I left the house. And I went urgently to Bombay, got a traveling visa, got the ticket, and I went to Amsterdam because I remembered that next day was her birthday. 16th September. And I went there, I waited, and I was on a conveyor. I was going this way, and she was coming this way. So I had a whistle, a signal. So I whistled, and she looked around. She knew I am around. And then after that, we met. I lifted her bag and everything. She was very tired, and I felt very sorry that she was working so very hard. We went out. We went, had lunch, and then she requested me that you don't go back. Can you stay behind? I said I cannot stay behind because I got another appointment and I have to go. So we then reported sick. I told my company at that time we didn't have mobile or anything like that. Communication was difficult, and she told her management she's not well, and we both fell sick, and we enjoyed 2 days in Amsterdam.
Sometimes you have to make up some stories, you know. Like all of
So it was not the wedding anniversary. It was
it was
Leela's
my
birthday.
birthday. It was my
Right.
birthday.
16th September.
What a rare couple you are. Far ahead of your time, even in this respect.
Yeah, he still gives
Unparalleled.
me surprises. He still gives me surprises.
Sorry?
He still gives me surprises.
Yeah. Oh, he gives you surprises.
Yes.
Which is the latest one he gave you?
Which is the latest surprise you gave me? Which is the surprise you gave me?
Surprise! There are many surprises with Leela and me. So we had also gone to London for some work, and there also I surprised her. And then Leela was having a talk with Dr. Kalam in Delhi, and he invited us to Rashtrapati Bhavan to have lunch with him. And there also I went there. That was another surprise that she saw me coming to Rashtrapati Bhavan because Dr. Kalam had not informed her that she has invited me also.
Ah, nice.
Wonderful.
No, he surprised me by on my 70th birthday, 75th birthday.
Yeah.
He goes and buys a little small diamond set for me. He knows I don't wear jewelry, but he bought it for me. I was so surprised. I said, "You don't know? You know I don't wear jewelry." No, but I want you to wear it. That was a big surprise.
A wonderful friend.
Well, yes. Uncle, tell us about all the lovely floriculture that you've done and the roses and the flowers. Tell us about
Rose garden. Your
Rose, yes. It was called Philarozil Exports. Philarozil is Firoze and Lila alphabet rearranged. Philarozil. And it was an export unit. And it was 18 acres near Pune, Kamshed. And where we both became setkaris, that is, we became farmers. So that we can do this kind of a business. And then I had to do ISO 9002. ISO 9002 in roses and farm is impossible because you require drawings, you require control over the management, you require control over your product, the quality of your product. And here, 75% was nature and God controlling it. My input was only 25%. But how to control the quality, how to do it, because the neck diameter also was spelled out. The number of petals in the roses had to be counted. So after every 100 flower, we had to take out each petal and count. If the petals are less, then it is not ISO 9002. So it was very, very difficult. Today, manufacturing companies don't have ISO 9002, though they have drawings and they have engineers and everything and robots. But I had a very difficult 9002 for roses the only farm in the whole of India. And I was exporting to a very difficult country, Osaka, Japan. And they were very strict that there should not be any pesticides, there should not be anything inside that comes in their country. So they had gone through very great tests and controlling every consignment. If the consignment had even a small percentage of any kind of bacteria, they used to destroy the entire consignment. And I had to pay also for what they were destroying. So it was difficult job. And then I was selling to Amsterdam. I was selling the flowers even to Vauxhall, UK, and I tried to sell it to Boston also in United States. So it was a very, very, very great journey, and I was going through a very nice, very hard work, but still I liked it very much. The quality of my roses were very good, and while doing this, I met Dr. Kalam, and he told me that your roses do not have fragrance. I said, no, these are very big roses, and
Dutch roses.
these are Dutch roses. So he said that why can't you have aroma, fragrance in these roses like Indian roses? So you take up a challenge and do this work. I said, I will not be able to do this work. I don't know. He says, what do you like? Do you like management? What do you like? I said, I don't like management, but still, it's a difficult job. So he says, how much will it cost you to do such a work? I had no idea at all. So I told him about 50 crore rupees it will cost. He told me, no, it will cost you 650 crore rupees to do this research. And he said that he will get the money for me. And I just talked and went away. Next week, in my account, 50 lakhs was sent by the government that this is sent to you for the research.
Wow.
And I collected Dr. Mashalkar, Dr. Vijay Bhatkar, very big people in Pune, are scientists, and we sat down and started that how we should do this work. So it was not only manufacturing, he gave us another job that do this also. So it's were very exciting times at that time.
Then what happened? Did you grow them?
Sorry?
Did you research and grow them? Did you grow them?
Research and grow?
Roses?
Research and grow?
No, I couldn't reach it because the scientists who were with me slowly fizzled out that this is not easy at all. It's very difficult because we check the soil, we have to analyze the pesticides, we have to analyze the fertilizer, we have to blend the Indian roses fragrance with it. And these were patented roses by the forest. They were having a name. For example, if you take a red, there were 23 red colors. So what I was growing was called First Red. First Red was a proper name. And this is how they were called, like Lambada. I was growing Lambada, which was orange in color, because the Queen of Netherlands wanted only Lambada. Otherwise, she wouldn't see us or shouldn't encourage anybody to come to her palace. So Lambada was grown because of the Netherlands. And every flower, like white, there are 21 varieties of white colors. So we were growing white color that was called Snow White, the proper name. And that was required by the Japanese for celebration of their birthdays and but this color was used by the Middle East for funerals. If there's a funeral or somebody has died or somebody is sick, so you take white color bouquet or white garland. So every color which I was growing had a proper function, and it was difficult to put them into a fragrance colors and all that. I was not able to achieve, and therefore, after some months or something, that 50 lakhs had to return back to the government of India, that I am not able to do the job. So I returned back the money to them.
I also would
Last,
like to share with you my experience of having worked in USSR. That time it was called USSR, and I was
yes,
exporting to USSR. The experience I want to share with you is, of course, it was very difficult to work there all alone. Yeah, first time I went there, it was in December, knee deep snow. But being an Indian, I wanted to wear a sari because I'm an Indian. So wearing those gum boots and sari and walking in that snow was a challenge itself, but it was exciting. And I managed to get, during that period of time, I got a very big contract from Russia, for which actually I got my Padma Shri. Padma Shri I got in '89 before I had started my foundation. Then I got it because I earned foreign currency at that time for the country. And when I got a big huge order, $16 million order at that time, those days, was a lot of order. I brought it and I thought, I'm so happy I can succeed in getting such a beautiful order. I came to the office. I was alone. I came to the office bringing such a big order. I thought everybody will congratulate me, celebrate with me. I went to meet my managing director. At that time, I was not the managing director. I was an export manager. And he was not willing to say even congratulations to me. I was so disappointed. Such a big order. He's not saying anything to me. He said, "You sit down, Leela. Yes, you've done a good job. But have you ever thought of the company?" I said, "What do you mean by company? This order is for the company." "Yes, the order is for the company. But you need 3 years to execute this order. $16 million is 3 years execution. And if you sit down executing your order that you brought, what happens to all our domestic customers? Have you thought of the organization? You thought of only your goal." And that time I learned a lesson that whenever you take a decision, think of wholesome. See how your decision is going to impact your surroundings. See how your decision is going to impact others who matter to you. You don't just make a decision because it's good for you. This is one lesson I have learned in my life, which I always implement, that I think wholesome. I don't think only for us. Then slowly we organized, we extended the deliveries, we managed to execute the order. But he taught me a lesson, which I will not forget.
wow.
Auntie, you and Uncle always say that an empowered girl should be capable of handling different life situations. Is that a philosophy you live by? You
Yes,
live with?
yes. As I said, there's nothing difficult for anyone who wants to do it. Just do it.
It's a lovely spirit. The lovely spirit.
You look at your mother. You look at your mother. In her days, she had to do what she wanted to do. Just do it. She could even pick up the prime minister car and take away. Who would do that? Who would do that? She did it, and that's the challenge. I respect her for her being determined to do what she wants to do and which she thinks is the right thing to do. No matter of position, no matter of anything. If you're wrong, you're wrong.
No, wonderful. And we're going to talk about your foundation, which you and Uncle have given birth to so beautifully. Uncle, do you still have a box of chocolates in your office every time a Leela girl comes in? You hold that box of chocolates?
Yes, I still have it.
Yes.
A bowl of chocolate, it gets over within 1 week. Yeah, the entire 5 kilos of chocolate gets over. Lots of girls come every day. Sometimes 50 girls, sometimes 80 girls come just to say, "How are you? What are you doing?" etc., etc. Some girls bring a small dabba, open it, and there are 5 bhajiyas in it. And they say that you did it with their own hands, you must eat the bhajiyas. The real thing is that they want to fill it with chocolate when they're leaving. So, I love that. I love that. I love them that they're enjoying themselves. I cannot eat the chocolate, but that they can enjoy themselves because of young age. And I keep the chocolates in my area. I keep lots of other things also in my office to eat. Somebody brings some dates. Some girl brings something to eat, All that is kept there. Pune is very famous for Bhakrewadi, and we keep Bhakrewadi also. So they come and they're very hungry. You'll be surprised how hungry they are. They come from Pajgani, they come from very far, Baramati, from other cities. And therefore, they have traveled for 5-7 hours. They are hungry about it. Then I give them the money also to have a good lunch. So they come to my office very, very often.
All of them are your Leela fellows. All of them, those who earned their merit scholarship, and they come back to you, haven't they? They are your children.
Yeah,
They are
actually,
your
we have Kiran. Now we have 4 types of girls. We got Leela
Yeah.
juniors, we got Leela seniors, we got Leela girls, and we got Leela fellows. All thanks
Yes.
to you. Leela
Yeah.
juniors are the ones that are in school from 7
Yeah.
to 10 standard. We support them. That they are called at that time Leela juniors. Then they move into 11th and 12th standard, which they're same girls. They continue with us for 10 years. Then they are that time they're called Leela seniors. Because when we used to call them Leela juniors when they moved into 11th because it was college, so they said, "Mom, this is not good. We are no longer juniors." Okay, okay. So we changed it. We call you now Leela seniors, and that's how Leela seniors got born, and Leela girls because they were getting into undergraduation. And what we started with was post graduation Leela fellows. So we have got 4 categories of girls. And now we have got more than 17,500 girls. Kiran, you'll be surprised. We started with 20 girls when you were there. We started with 20 girls there, but today, the last year, 29th year, we ended with 17,500 girls. And I
Wow.
hope this year will be good enough and I'll get enough partners to support us so that we can touch the 20,000 figure.
And they spread all over the country and even overseas.
All over the world, not country, all over the world. United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Sweden, Stockholm, Helsinki, Norway, Denmark, Middle East.
Paris.
Middle East, so there are plenty. Last one, that message I got was from a girl saying, "Mom, I got a job in Malta. I don't know where Malta is." They looked at the map and found out it's in the center of the Europe. They are there everywhere. I have to make one world map and put all the girls. Whole map will get jumbled up.
And uncle, what happened when you were in, I think, England, and somebody came and asked you, they're all your children? You were with all the Leela girls, and you said, yes, they're all my daughters.
When we were in the train, they told you who are all these girls. They're my daughters. So you say, how did you feel when you told? What did you do? We used to travel not with peace ambassadors and all.
Yeah. This was our experience in London. So when we took them as a peace ambassador. Peace ambassador was not that they can stop the Ukraine war or Gaza war. It is your inside peace, your own personality, your brain peace in the society, peace with your own self. That is called the peace ambassadors. And we used to take them near Oxford University for 3 weeks to 4 weeks for training. So at COVID, we had to stop it. But before that, we have taken some 10, 15 batches of 2 or 25 girls each. And we took them to show London. And at Buckingham Palace, there was a lots of tourist rush. And one of the girls, in taking out the photographs, and in that she got lost. She didn't know where we were, and I was searching her. It was very difficult. Ultimately, I met her and I fired her. That you don't leave the place. Don't. So one of the chap heard that and said that, "Who is this girl?" I said, "She's my daughter." So he said, "I'm going to inform the police that you are mistreating your daughter."
Oh.
So I got very scared. So I said no, don't inform police or anybody because I'm not going to. I promise you, I will treat her very nicely. And this is how it was. Same in underground train. The girl used to stand up and give me the seat. That sit down. That they didn't like all that. That the girls are. It was having Lila Poonawalla Foundation and saying that we respect the women, we respect my wife, we respect the girls, but it is not our culture, and their culture is quite different. So
Yes.
it was one girl came to me in Paris when I was sitting on a sofa. She sat down in the hotel on the carpet down, and they were completely knocked down. They said, "How can she sit down near your legs? Why can't she sit next to you if she's?" And this is how we learn also that in different countries we have to have different culture and therefore treat them differently.
Yes.
Yes, but
While
but
for
they
you,
only
their own daughters. For
yes
you,
they
their own daughters. You are their
Ji,
parents.
yes.
No,
And you,
in the train, when people used to ask him that all these girls are calling you mom, dad, how did you get so many daughters? He said, you don't know how hard I've had to work.
Yes, that's what.
24 girls we used to have. That program was, Kiran, very interesting. It was a sustainable leadership development. And
uh,
3 weeks we used to leave them and come and then go and bring them back. They were on their own and they were being trained. The training center was in the forest of the Dean. And they used to stay there 3 weeks and they learned so many nice things of how to manage themselves, how to manage their values, ethics, all that they used to learn and come. 10 batches we took.
Ji. Auntie, we've got something to show you. Let's show you some lovely thoughts
your
Are
daughters.
from
your
your children.
faces instead of Firoze.
Ji,
Your daughters and your heart space.
Okay, okay,
it's for you and uncle. It's for you and Firoze uncle. We show you something.
okay. How nice.
Hello everybody, this is Nehal, Lila Fellow 2010 and Peace Ambassador 2012. Foundation is not just a financial support, it is way beyond that. Foundation is the reason for who I am today. LPF has not just supported me in my difficult times, but it has always provided me the confidence, the support and everything. Mom and dad are the source of true inspiration in our lives. We try to follow their path and be happy and successful in our life. The major success for my professional and personal balance in my life goes to this couple. The bond that they share with each other is the source of our inspiration as well. I was a girl who came from a middle class family, but today you all can see me as a confident, well-groomed, well-settled personality managing both family as well as professional life. So the credit for this goes to LPF. Lots and lots of love, wishes and hugs and cuddles to my favorite couple in the world. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Neetu Bhatia and I'm honored to have been the very first recipient of the Lila Poonawalla Foundation Scholarship in 1996. Lila has been a beacon of inspiration to me long before the foundation's inception. As the first woman CEO of a multinational corporation in India, she paved the way for many women, including myself. During my time at the College of Engineering in Pune, I reached out to her and she graciously offered her guidance. She listened when I spoke about the need for scholarships to support students following in her footsteps, and it was her vision that made it all possible. We share much in common: our alma mater, the College of Engineering Pune, our Sindhi roots, and our entrepreneurial spirit. Leela's support was pivotal when I made the bold decision to leave my investment banking career in New York and step into the world of tech entrepreneurship and move back to India. She also played an instrumental role in connecting me with another incredible leader, my godmother, Dr. Kiran Bedi, who was the chief guest at the Foundation's first award ceremony. Dr. Bedi and I have remained connected ever since, and her guidance has been a defining influence in my life. Leela's impact on my journey has been profound. Her generosity, leadership, and unwavering belief in women like me have shaped not only my story, but the stories of countless others. Thank you, Lila, for being such an extraordinary mentor, for your pioneering spirit, and for inspiring generations of women to dream big and to break barriers. Your legacy continues to shine brightly.
I am Deepika, currently pursuing my engineering fourth year from BYT Hyderabad College of Engineering for Women, and the branch which I have taken is Computer Science and Engineering in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. So I am a Leela Girl 2020, and to talk about my journey with LPF, little did I know that applying for the scholarship, being selected, and then becoming a part of this wonderful Leela family would transform my life this much. So, Lila Poonawalla Foundation has not only helped me financially, but also as a person, I have learned a lot and grown a lot in the past few years. LPF conducted different sessions, which were both technical sessions and personality development sessions that really helped a lot in my life. Technical sessions made me learn different skills that were to be needed in order to achieve my goals. And even the personality development sessions, they made me learn a lot about myself and even improve different areas about myself. I would say Lila Poonawalla Foundation has helped me a lot to grow as a person and also in my journey to achieve my goals.
These are your earnings, lifelong earnings, Leela.
Hmm.
These are your lifelong earnings.
Yeah, right from the first batch to now. She's the youngest one.
Yeah,
Deepika.
lifelong. You generate so much of energy every day to keep grooming them, keep mentoring them, providing for them.
Actually, it is both ways. They give me so much energy. They're telling me that no, you have to work, mom. You must work more. So therefore, even at 81, I have all the energy that one needs to work.
No,
12
truly
hours,
salute,
no problem.
truly salute you and Firoze so much. One thank you is just not enough. You've changed life. You've done so much of good karma in your life, both of you together, Leela and you, Firoze. I've seen your office. I've seen you working. I've seen your children. Neetu is one example. You gave me a goddaughter also through her.
Yes.
She has done one remarkably well in technology. She's also been a pioneer in her own field. And imagine you inspired her to, in fact, leave her investment banking in New York, flourishing investment banking, coming to a startup, being a pioneer in technology in India. She's done that, and she's gone a long way ahead. So really grateful, Firoze, you and Leela. I've seen with my own eyes. By the way, you are 50th Baatcheet program. We decided to bring you as the 50th Baatcheet event because you stood out as totally unique. You stand for good times and something which is and the kind of students you created. This is not ordinary schooling in primary and secondary. You've shaped their life. No, not their entire family and generations. Each one is impacting the generations of theirs to come. You've changed them generationally.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is
Sana?
not 17,000 girls, it is 17,000 families, 17,000 communities that get affected.
17,000. Yeah, 17,000. You are a mother and a father of 17,000. Over
Yeah.
17,000 and counting.
But I've got no grandchildren who are becoming engineers. Girls. Girls.
Yeah.
Becoming engineers, they're getting good jobs, already started. The next generation has started.
Yeah. Your true remarkable history. I hope somebody's writing a book on your foundation, the work created. Somebody needs to document. I hope it's being done, Leela.
Yeah, you have been after us to do that. I've really not yet started, but we should start it. I agree with you. It should be
Huh?
documented before it is lost.
Yeah, all of them, these girls' stories need to be little bit there. You could selectively, and how you did it, why you did it, how you do it. I think it's the how. Like, I'm so curious at what made you start this in the late 60s.
That's true.
It's a history, and it must be documented, Leela. Even a biography, even a biographical documentation, visual documentation and print documentation, both would do justice to the Lila Poonawalla Foundation, Firoze and Leela, and how you have partnered in life and decided to make these children your children.
They are our children, and we will add on more.
Yeah, yeah. You're lovely. May we really pray for very good health for both of you. May God continue to bless you with excellent health, and may you continue to serve and have more children and more grandchildren.
Bless us that we have a great 30th year too.
Yes, yes, Leela. Hope to see you soon in Pune. I'm visiting Pune. I will make it a point to drop by.
Tell us when you're coming. Tell us when you're coming. You
Yes.
know we love you.
Yes, I know. Love you
Thank
too.
Thank
Yes,
you,
I
Auntie.
know.
Thank you, Uncle, for coming. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
for your
so much.
time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
It's
you.
most great that you found the time for us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
And share your inner journey,
Giving us the opportunity to share our life.
personal and professional journey, and your philanthropic journey. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Jai Dharima. Thank you. Jai Dharima. Thank you.
Thank you.